Jody, is that a happy point, or is that too dropped, do you feel, today?
It's definitely not a happy point. I was fairly pleased with how we done in first half, and then I thought we started the second half really badly. I thought we had a 20-25 minute spell of just making far too many mistakes. We started initially the first action in the second half poorly, and then almost kind of went on from there and kind of repeat mistakes really, which I felt we didn't get into our rhythm at all until after maybe 25-30 minutes, and then started to do a bit better, and then like threaten the goal, and then we looked a bit better for the last sort of 15 minutes or so, 10-15 minutes. But I was disappointed, to be honest, with the start of the second half, and I was saying you can't afford to waste big moments in games like that of mistake after mistake, and it was sloppy play really. And I can't fault their work rate or anything like that. I said that to them at half time. I was really pleased with the shift they put in. Some real good stuff off the ball. I can't complain about the application and stuff like that, but it was like I said, we kind of got ourselves into a rut in the beginning of the second half, and it took us far too long to snap out of it and start doing the things that we should be doing. So I was disappointed in that, but obviously it's a point away from home, but I'd like us to play a lot better than that.
4 changes today. Were they enforced changes, or a case of just sort of freshening things up today with Ronan Darcy, Luke Jeffcourt starting today?
Yeah, kind of a bit of everything really. I feel that Ronan Darcy particularly has been coming off the bench and having good impacts in games. Maybe a little bit on the unlucky side a couple of times not to make the starting 11. But yeah, I felt it was right to give a little freshen up as far as give some people some game time, and obviously some fresher legs. And to be honest, I thought they'd done well. And like I said in there, I was pleased with people that was getting their kind of first starts. I was pleased with their application and the shift that they put in, and I was also pleased with how the subs were again coming off the bench. So I said it to him at the end that that's a thing that you like to see in a group, is no matter who's starting or who's on the bench, there was acting like a real group. And like I said, even the subs that come on there's a couple of opportunities that come to those boys that have come on, and that obviously they haven't quite made the impact they would have wanted to, but the fact that they were in there and kind of hit the ground running when they come on the pitch is exactly what happened on Saturday, and so I was pleased to see it happen again. And like I said, the real kind of disappointing thing for me is just the sort of 25 minutes or so at the beginning of the second half, which kind of let ourselves down a little bit, I think, with that. But thankfully we recovered a little bit and looked better for the last 15 minutes or so.
Lots of good possession. Did you want a bit more in the final third potentially today?
Absolutely. I actually think getting up until the final third, we actually done some real good stuff in the first half and second, but we just lacked quality, to be honest. The final pass, final cross, decisions in the final third as well. Yeah, we was not as good as what I'd like us to be, but like I said, I was pleased with a lot of the stuff that got us there, and then we lacked quality. It was just an off day for us for the quality in the final third. So if you are lacking that, then you're going to find it difficult to score at times. So yeah, obviously it's disappointing to see that, but there was some pleasing stuff that got us there in the first half. We just need to sharpen up and our pass selection, or we was a little bit touchy as well in the first half in the middle of the pitch. I think we took too many touches at times, which can play into the opposition's hands, who you're allowing time to get back. But like I said, I was pleased mostly with the play that got us up to the final third.
And Walsall didn't create too many clear-cut chances today. From a defensive perspective, how pleased were you with that today?
Yeah, pleased, because obviously we've had to defend some set pieces again, which is obviously something that we've had to kind of refocus on, and we've touched on a lot the last couple of days. But yeah, listen, defensively, I think apart from the thing at the beginning of the second half, which obviously is a bit of a freak one. Yeah, there wasn't sort of many clear-cut chances or anything for them, but I feel we've been like that a lot recently. I think the problems we've had have been when we've created them ourselves, when we've given away silly free kicks or corners and then not defending it right. But in open play, we've been a lot better defensively.
And obviously, straight from the restart, you mentioned that first sort of 20 minutes of the second half was a really important time. Almost conceded potentially after a few seconds into the second half. How crucial a moment was that, and how important is that sort of starting the second half brightly in the first 15 to really get back on the front foot?
Well, it doesn't end up being a crucial moment if you look at it from the fact that they didn't score. But we certainly didn't recover from that. We just carried on playing at sort of a poor level that allowed Walsall to then get their tails up. Listen, whether that mistake at the beginning of the game played a part in it or we was just going to be poor for the first 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes, who knows? But yeah, listen, you're pleased that when you are making a glaring mistake like that, you've got a goalkeeper that hasn't been called into play a lot of late in open play, and Sol was ready to stand up to the test. But yeah, listen, we should be better and more mature that if that does happen and it needs to be a freak moment and then we snap out of it and then we kind of kick into gear. But yeah, it took us far too long to get going in the second half. It was disappointing. And
Charlie Austin could have snatched you right at the end there.
Yeah, I mean, like I think I said it to you before. There's if there's one person you want the chance going to, it's Chaz. But those are difficult ones for me. I mean, he mentioned it when he walked in the dressing room straight away. But I actually think it's a difficult chance, those, because you want to get on the end of it, but then you've got to be careful how much you get on it. Can it be glancing? But then when he's lunging and reaching as much as he was, then it's hard to get kind of the right sort of purchase that you want on the ball. So listen, it would have been great if he'd gone in, but yeah, like you said, he's the one that you want it to fall to. But I don't think it was an easy chance by any stretch.
And just a word on Jacob Wakeland tonight, because he seemed to be everywhere. He was throwing himself everywhere and creating chances. How important is a player like that in a game like this when you're trying to break a team down and it can be frustrating at times?
Well, do you know what? I've been really pleased with him, and I actually said it to him before the game that he's put in a hell of a shift and playing in multiple different positions, but has remained a constant threat. Ideally, I wouldn't like to be playing him in wing-back roles and stuff like that, but just with the setup of the squad at the minute and the people that are missing, is that them letting us know we've got to go?
Something like that.
No, with the setup of the squad, he's has to play in multiple different positions that are probably maybe not his favourite, but he's putting in a hell of a shift for the team and like I said, remained a threat. So as far as Jacob is concerned, I've been really, really pleased with him of late, not just from his work rate aspect, but the fact that he is remaining a threat constantly, and he's putting some real good performances.
We'll end it there before the lights go out. Thanks, Jody.
Yeah, cheers, man.